Hello, hello. Welcome to the Pop Culture Playbook. I'm your host, Tatyana Arrington.
And I'm your host, Simone Umba.
And guys, I missed you. Simone, I missed you too.
Girl, it hasn't been that long since we've seen each other.
I feel like it's been a minute since we've done the pod. And also, like, we have so much to catch up on. Like, I know we've obviously been texting, but like, I missed you.
I miss you too, girl, even though we live in the same city. Also, y'all, if you see me fanning myself, it is triple digits in Atlanta and my AC's acting up. So if you see me fanning, that's why.
Yeah. And if there's a couple of pauses here and there, just something's going on with my stomach, y'all. We're down bad, but we have to push through. We
We're
are.
pushing through. We got to work. This is for y'all. And then we
Mhm.
have to fly on a plane tomorrow.
Yes, we are headed to Essence Fest tomorrow,
Yay!
guys. Second time in a row that we're going together. We're
And
so
y'all will get that recap when we get back.
excited.
God only knows if we'll be awake.
The
Oh,
exclusive, okay?
yeah.
Um, but last time was so much fun, so I'm really
It
excited
was
for
a
this
really
time.
fun time.
And we also have something exciting at the end of the episode that we're going to let you guys know too. So just keep that in mind as well. But girl, we have to take it all the way back. We have to take it back to Miley Cyrus. That's how long we haven't spoken to each other. Miley
Um,
Cyrus came out in Paris at the Cowboy Carter tour. Like,
I knew you were so upset because I know you wanted to hear Timo's Fun live.
I had a feeling something like this was going to happen, so I couldn't be too mad because I listen, y'all, I knew Miley was coming. I just didn't know the who, the what, but I was like, my girl is showing up at some point. But I'm glad I could watch it. I'm glad that I could hold on a second. You guys, we're back. Sorry. We were talking about Miley. So Miley, I knew it was going to happen. I'm glad I got to watch. I'm glad I got to witness, even it was from the comfort of my own home. But yeah, the funny thing is, I feel like now everybody's going to try to book Paris for Act 3, and she's not going to do
Oh
anything.
no, I already have plans to get my tickets. I already planning. What are we talking about?
But that's going to be the time she doesn't do anything.
No, 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 no. She loves Paris.
We so
Her
we
and Jay
see.
remind us every time Blue was conceived in Paris. Every damn time they will tell us.
Yes, yes. But I thought it was such a beautiful moment. It's like, wow, Miley Cyrus is on stage with Beyonce. Like I could have never predicted this in a million years.
This was for the
Pre.
baby millennials. This was truly for the baby millennials. I said it in a post. I'm just like, this is for the girls that grew up on mid 2000s Disney Channel and was
Yeah,
raised on Beyonce.
yeah. It was a beautiful moment. And then just to hear Beyonce the way she talked about Miley, like
She loves that girl.
she does. She's such
She
a
loves Destiny
smiler.
Hope Down.
So that was beautiful. And then Jay-Z came out and reminded
Yeah.
everybody that he's not a house husband. And he was like, oh,
He
I
performed for like 7, 11 years.
can, oh, guys, actually, y'all forgot I had hits and did niggas in Paris. Like, ugh. That's one era. Like, I wish we were so young during that era, but if I would have had money then, like to go see Watch the Throne live in
Girl, if I
Paris.
had money to go see On the Run, Run into live.
Right, right. So in Paris would have been incredible. But I was like, yo, this is insane. This is insane.
Yeah. And then Miss Mama's done came back to the States and night one, shit done messed up.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
If y'all saw what happened, I literally came back from hanging out with friends in the city and I went on TikTok. And the first video I see is my friend Little Debbie. She's at Houston night one.
Hmm.
And Beyonce's car that she rode during 16 carriages
Yeah.
was tilting.
Hmm.
And I knew so many people that are going to night one.
Hmm.
They're posting their videos about it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And
Yeah.
immediately people are like, see, this is why I should be given everything in Europe because America has a problem. NRG Stadium, I don't know what y'all did,
Yeah.
but to do this, her first night back in the States and at the hometown show, really?
Someone got fired.
Almost definitely. I know we joke about it, but like for real, someone got fired.
Yeah.
I know Miss Tina was cussing them out.
I know she was scared, but Beyonce's always doing some reckless stuff, and
I know. And she's
she's
so unserious about it. She made a
she
whole
stays
little,
so calm.
yeah, she was so calm. She made a whole reel about it like the next day,
Hmm.
like but sideways. I'm like, ma'am, this was a traumatic event for all of us. Can you
Yeah,
please take it serious?
right. But the fans are looking like, I'll catch you. Don't worry, Beyonce. But on a serious note, I'm glad she's all right. I'm glad
Thank
nothing.
goodness. Thank goodness she's okay.
I'm glad nothing crazy happened. This is also, we haven't talked in so long. A judge ruled that Blake Lively must turn in her text with Taylor Swift to Justin Baldoni's legal team.
Damn.
Y'all, when did this movie come out? And we're
When
still
it's been almost a year.
talking about this. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Like I literally don't. I know me and Taylor don't want to hear any more about this. Like we are done. Done. Over it. Um, little known artist, I don't know if you heard of her, Cardi B,
Finally.
is finally releasing her
Woo.
second album. September, I want to say. It's either
September 19th.
September 19th. Thank
Yep.
you. Am I the drama? And I guess she is the drama because she is including songs up and WAP on the album, and you girls were mad. You girls
I
were
don't know why
pissed.
the girls were mad.
You girls were
Like she
so
can put
mad.
whatever she wants.
Yeah, it didn't really bother me. I guess I kind of expected her to do that, but then I'm also like, why not?
Yeah.
Why
And
not?
honestly, considering how long the wait has been, because she's been in and out of the studio for years,
Hmm.
and she's had trouble with like her label Atlantic, and then of course Offset kept getting her pregnant and just delaying everything, including a
Yeah.
tour. So now she's coming out, she's making her own decisions, and she is rolling this out the way she always wanted to. I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to it. I can't believe I was 21 when the first album came out. Now I'm pushing
Whoa.
30. So I'm like,
Oh
I
wow.
love y'all girls, but don't take forever to release the second album ever again. I just forgave SZA for making us wait 5 years for SOS. Cardi, you made us wait 7.
Don't
I better
even
not be on my first kid by the time the third album comes out. Do you hear me, Buckley's?
not her
I'm sick
government
of it.
name. Don't even bring up SZA because SZA, she used to have me so tight. Like when I first heard that snippet of Diamond Boy, no, no, not even Diamond Boy. When I first heard the snippet of Shirt, I was just
Nah, that
replaying.
shirt snippet, we were begging for it.
I was replaying
I
Shirt
was begging
over.
for shirt. I was begging for PSA. She loves to lie to us.
I remember just replaying Shirt over and over and over. And I remember one day, it was just like a random day. My friend sent me a video and he was like, "Wow, it's been like 50 days and we still don't have Shirt." And I was like, how could you he ruined my whole day just like just sharing that information with me. But yeah, I think um Cardi, I'm excited for her. It's about time. uh Whether it was nerves, whether if it was Offset, like whatever it was, I think now's the time, girl. So let's get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to it.
In other music news, two of the R&B queens are going on tour. Brandy
Yes.
and Monica.
Yes, with special guest Kelly Rowland. Thank you very much. Thank you very
And
much.
Moni Long. And I think I can't remember this man's name. He just won American Idol. Lord forgive me. Oh, what's his name? My goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't watched American
I'm
Idol
so
since
sorry, y'all.
Jennifer Hudson.
Oh my goodness. But
But no.
yeah, y'all, they announced the tour last week.
Mhm.
And y'all, I was literally on my way to the hair salon when this news came out. I was like, damn, am I about to post about this looking like Simba? And I said, hell yeah.
Got to.
Hell yeah.
Got to. That's the only way to do it. But I
Oh
was
my
really
goodness.
excited to see that just because if you know the history between them, like people tried to pit them against each other when they were younger, and there was like this long-standing feud, and then they came together. And I recently just saw an interview with the two of them, and Monica was like talking about how she knows how Brandy's more shy and reserved and has this kind of like soft, sweet demeanor. So she was like, I watch my words around you and I try to be careful around you. But then Brandy was like, well, I find strength when I'm with you. You make me feel stronger. You make me feel more confident. And I was like, this is so beautiful. Like, I can't.
They were sisters.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally found a name. Jamal Roberts from American Idol. He's also going to be one of the openers on the tour. And y'all, can I just say, the people behind the rollout of this album are complete geniuses because they announced this in a movie style trailer. And
Yeah.
bro, it was so great. I love the creative behind it, essentially having them in a sound asylum where essentially they can't be in the same room and sing in the same key. Otherwise, they just literally will implode the entire facility. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh my God, this is so genius. And then you have them with the press tour starting off. First of all, whoever's their stylist, I love them because they pulled up the CBS Good Morning to Scaparelli.
Monica on what was it? Kimmel? Fallon? One of the Jimmys.
Fallon, it was Fallon. They were in monochrome red.
Monica chewed, girl, you
And
chewed.
then they posted a demo looked like, I think either yesterday or today. I was like, yes. Oh my God, we're doing coordinating outfits. I love this here.
Yes, yes. And I'm really excited that Kelly Rowland's joining too, because I feel like people forget that she has bops.
Oh yeah. She been had bops. But we all
Bops.
know not all the money's in the music. That's why she got a whole lifetime empire and then having like brand deals on brand deals, which I am all the way here for.
Well, the girls forget and they get on Twitter and they try to be messy, and it's like, no, 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 you don't know your history.
Yeah, a lot of people are acting. We were saying, well, why is Kelly opening? She can be on host her own tour. And it's just like, y'all, tour is expensive.
But
It's
also,
very expensive.
what if she don't want to do all that? Like a little guest
Right.
spot is cute.
Like literally, like her just opening for, the majority of this tour, that's fine. And,
Right.
like I said earlier, tour is expensive. It's a lot on artists. These are artists that are in their 40s. Kelly's also in her 40s. So, of course, they're going to want to do this to not only save money, but also build up the return if they did it
Right.
together. That's why we're seeing so many joint R&B tours with so many of the legends. I think the last one I just saw had Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Shaka Khan, and like one more person. They did a tour early in the spring, and then the second half is going to be later in the fall. It's going to be in the South. So these joint tours
Yeah.
are actually more sustainable and successful versus a solo tour, especially if you're like a veteran artist. And this Brandy and Monica tour, this is every music head's dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you, I prayed to God that I was gonna get my tickets. Thankfully, I got them. I just have to go to a whole nother city because I'm gonna be out of town for Atlanta. But I got them.
Wait, where did you get tickets?
I'm going to the Brooklyn show.
Oh, I'm scared of you, girl. I love
What?
it. I love it. Yo, Simone was like, I used to pray for times like this.
Literally prayed for times like this.
I love it. Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
gonna be
missing this
great.
tour.
Amen. Shouts out to them getting the bag. I love to see it. I'm gonna bring it back to something bad really quickly. Do you know that Offset told Complex that his crush right now is Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah, I saw that. Leave that little white girl alone.
Like, get a job, stay away
Leave that
from
white
her,
girl alone.
please. Also, Sabrina was tired of y'all talking about her, so she released another cover. She was like, "Hey y'all, shut up. Here's the other cover. Do you like it?" It's really interesting. She's definitely going for that 50s vibe, which she already has, but like high glamour. It's going to be interesting to see what the songs are. I think we already heard that one's going to be called Strawberry Moon because she has that new Dunkin' drink out. Um, so yeah, she's going for that 50s Maryland type vibe. So we will stay tuned on that. In other news, yo, Katy Perry, whenever she's on tour, can't catch a break. Like, it's like the men have a radar, like Katy Perry's on tour. Let me break up
The
with
way that you had to remind me that she was on tour.
her. So for the people like Simone who didn't know, Katy Perry is on tour right now. Who bought tickets? I don't know, but Katy Perry's on tour,
Oh my God.
and her and Orlando Bloom split after 9 years. So this is the second man to have dumped her in the middle of a tour and just
9 years, one kid, one very ugly engagement ring later.
yeah, and it's kind of people have been trying to figure out the pinpoint of what it was. Like, is it because she went to space and that was like the straw that broke the camel's back? And
No, not really. He went to the Bezos wedding.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it wasn't that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. People are like trying to pinpoint, well, what is it? Like what happened? But I will say the only thing I feel like they ever ate was naming their daughter Daisy Bloom. Love it.
That's a cute name.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I'm just like, I can never get, like, I know marriage is not for everybody, but like, I can never understand how much you want to invest your time and it not work out. Like 9 years with somebody and we have a child, I
Yeah.
would be so mad. I was like, damn, I wasted all these years just for it to not work. I mean, I'm glad I got a kid out of it, but damn, I
Yeah. I
thought it
mean,
was gonna be forever.
this is must be how Katie feels. Like what the hell? Man. Yeah, so I saw a video of her like not full on crying, but looking like she was trying to hold back tears. And I was just like, damn, like this is not a foreign experience for her. Um,
This sucks.
yeah. I can't believe we're also still talking about this. Have you seen the Bachelor drama on TikTok?
What bachelor drama? What they getting into?
So Grant posted a TikTok and he was basically trying to be like, oh, peace and love to like all the girls from my season. Zoe stitches his video, puts together a 6 minute video, and just reads the hell out of him. She was
That's
like,
my girl.
you knew I got called out of my name. You did nothing. You knew the lead from your show who won called me out of my name. You did nothing. You knew
Mm-hmm.
I came from a toxic environment and you um you like milked that to your advantage. You called your season Light Skin Mondays. So it made me think that you only liked me because I was light skinned. She was like, this week everybody will be able to see your face.
Light Skin Mondays?
Light Skin Mondays.
Oh, I can't stand his Dominican ass. Oh my God.
Um,
I can't stand him.
she said he was chasing clout because why did he drop a song at the top of his season, Party Girl?
Literally.
She said that he was continuously watching all of the girls' stories even after he was with Juliana. He would like look at their stories on IG.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, if you haven't seen it, it's just a great like 6 minute read from Zoe. Like she maybe it was 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, but it worth the watch. So that Grant comes back and he's like, "Oh, I just want to address everything from the girls from my season because the girls were in Zoe's comments. Latia was there, and she
Mm-hmm.
said, "When's part two with a cowboy hat?" Bailey was there. Like all the girls were in the comments. So that Jin Tran was there.
Jen?
Jen was in the comments.
Ah!
So Grant basically put up a video and he was just like, "Oh, I called it light skin Mondays because I was actually making fun of myself because, people say that light skinned men cry all the time and they're really emotional. So I was actually making fun of myself." And then he said, my cousin actually got mad at me about that, but I explained it to her and we're all good now. Grant also said that he is not MAGA, but he wanted to be supportive of his partner. He said he has no political views.
Bro, you Dominican. Come on now.
He said, I actually don't have any political views.
Damn lie. We seen your sister. Damn liar.
So he tried to shut it down basically. He's also, and I think he tried to shut it down because if you've also seen, Grant has been very, very thirsty to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, of course he is, and he's not gonna get it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Obi-Wan's
telling
already
my
took the ABC spot.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my friend. I was like, I don't, his season was not real well received, so I don't know if he's gonna get that slot. Um, but yeah.
Uh,
Um,
in
Now
other
this,
news,
oh,
well, you to go.
what you got?
Oh, this was happened over the weekend. Anna Wintour is stepping down from American Vogue as editor in chief.
Yes. Here's my thought though. I don't know if I fully think she's stepping down. I feel like there's just like some BS work. You know how you have a job and there's like BS work that you don't want to do?
Mm.
I feel like it's some stuff that's a part of her job that she's like, "Oh, I don't want to do this no more." So she's stepping back, but not really.
Yeah, and she still had creative content of like Vogue Global, and I think it's another position. So she's just dropping the editor in chief position. So she still works over there, just not the main one.
Yeah.
Now, ironically, production for The Devil Wears Prada 2 started this week.
I know. I know.
So if we can get a cameo,
Oh,
that'd be great.
do you think we get a cameo? I feel like Anna hates that movie.
Disney could finesse something.
True.
Disney can finesse anything.
True. Because I even remember Anna and Meryl when they met and they did like a little thing and Meryl was trying to pull something out of her and she was like, Meryl, stop. Like she wasn't with the jokes at all. I heard allegedly that she hated this year's Met Gala.
Anna or Meryl?
And Anna Wintour. And that was like part of the reason that she wanted to step down.
And why the hell is she on the board? Why the hell is she on the committee then? The hell?
I mean, I don't think it was I don't know if I think it was fully because of like us. But I heard that she's not like the biggest fan of influencers.
I mean, there are barely influencers there this year. There weren't any influencers this year.
That's how I felt as well, but that's what I'm saying. This is all alleged. It's just what I'm hearing in the streets. Do you have any thoughts about who could potentially take her spot?
Honestly, it could be anyone in the fashion world. I think just from seeing how many people step down from their fashion house positions, they possibly could take it over. I know people want Edward Enninfeld to take over, but he just retired from British Vogue, so I don't think
Right.
he'll want to like come out of retirement to do American Vogue. Because listen, Edward did his big one with British Vogue. There's a
British
reason why
Vogue,
Rihanna always goes over there to do their covers.
British Vogue was shitting on American Vogue at one point. It was crazy. Like it they were putting out such good consistent work.
They still do,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. Um what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, oh my God. So this is another reason we haven't talked in so long and I missed you. OKC won the championship.
How was it? How are you? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you're a Knicks fan. I don't know why I thought you were an OKC fan.
Yeah. So, shout out to them. But Halliburton also injured his Achilles heel this year
Yeah, I saw that.
and was wearing a zero jersey. Jason Tatum wears a zero jersey. Might be time to retire that number. Like
Yeah.
the fan.
I'm hot, y'all. Jeez, it's a
But
great
the way
prop.
it like went over your face, it like blurred. It was like curse. I don't know, chat, but yeah. Prayers up to him. Like the guys always look so in pain when they get that
They
Achilles
do.
injury. Like
They
they be
do.
ready to cry. So I was so sad for him, but shout out to OKC Knicks. Y'all need to get it together next year. 2026 is our year. Hoping and praying. Hoping and praying. Should we take it to a TV corner because there's so much TV out right now? Like
Oh,
50
we
things
can,
came out.
yeah, we can do the TV stuff and then we can save Love Island for last because that's a big chunk of the episode. So, a lot of productions have started and ended.
Mhm.
Outer Banks' final season is officially in production.
Woo! Ready?
So got that going on.
Okay.
Bridgerton has officially wrapped season 4.
Okay. All
It's
right.
wrapped. You already know they're gonna drag it until 2026 until we get it.
I know, but at least they wrapped. Like, can we speed this along, please? Okay. Love it. All right.
Then the actress that plays Lady Danbury, she accidentally confirmed that season 2 of Queen Charlotte is in the works.
I saw that. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you know the lore with Queen Charlotte, what do you think? You think it's gonna be like what are you thinking?
I think with that obviously is gonna, focus on the past stuff. Like definitely, Queen Charlotte and her history, because we know that George gets like worse when it comes to his health.
Hmm.
We know she has more kids.
Hmm.
Also looking at Lady Danbury and how she is just like the fun, rich auntie that she is. Violet and her growing up, her meeting her husband Edmund. I know people were wanting to see that. So I definitely see those like things like having its own separate stories in there. And at the same time, you have the story fast forwarding to like present. So we'll have, our three mains in there. So seeing where they're progressing, it's gonna be like another like thing again where they did with like season 2 and season 3. It's gonna be right in the middle, just kind of serving as like a filler before we get the next season of Bridgerton.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
was basically asking, do you like what do you think about the George Charlotte's she scenes? Like, do you think they're gonna cut back on those more? Do you think he's coming back? Like,
I mean, of
that's
course he's gonna be coming back. Like, we can't not have him. But
I
I
don't know,
think
girl. He may be like Rudy. I don't know from Outer Banks. Like,
now hold on. Him and India, they still cool. They hang out like even after the show, went off. So most definitely is going to come back.
okay,
And we have to remember Charlotte has what 9 to 12 kids, so they're gonna be hunching. So they're gonna have those scenes regardless.
yo,
They're just gonna have. She's gonna have the girlfriend has to deal with it. That's his job.
Rudy's girlfriend didn't deal with it. He said, "You leave the show or we're through." And
Ooh,
JJ died.
letting the girlfriend message your check is something.
Everybody can't be like Glenn.
Mm.
Anyway, let's move on. So the Bear came out. Ironheart came out.
Yep.
Squid Games came out for the
Yeah.
final season.
I have no energy to watch the final season.
I've never seen Squid Games.
You never seen it?
No, it came out at the time where I was so depressed that I just felt like it was going to trigger me, so I just never watched.
That makes sense. We were still in like heavy COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a valid reason.
Yeah. So I never watched, but apparently, I guess I don't want to spoil anything, but I just keep seeing this baby on
Oh
social.
yeah, girl, we knew about the baby. Homegirl was pregnant season 2.
Okay.
That baby was coming regardless.
Okay, yeah. So I saw a baby, and that's the picture they keep using, but I haven't really seen anybody talk about the show. I also didn't see any marketing or promo either.
It's people. I don't know why Netflix just is doing terrible with their rollouts of like their staple shows. Because I feel like they did the same thing with like Outer Banks and like their press tour. Squid Games, I think season 2 it came out last winter, and
Hmm.
then season 3 is going to drop like in the summer, and that's when they announced like, hey, it's going to be the final season. I don't know why they pulled back on the promotion, because this show was a huge moneymaker. They're making a US version of the show, and they made a
Right.
whole reality game show about it. So it's like, why are you not promoting one of your big moneymakers?
Maybe it was the last season. They were like, we don't care. Like, whatever. Whoever watches at this point, and they were just like, we'll be done with it.
Oh God.
Um, so I don't know. Um, Daisy Edgar Jones is cast in Sensibility remake.
I thought she was already casted in that. Maybe I
Yeah,
just
she is. She is. But
yeah,
girl,
I just thought like that news came out like earlier.
oh, did it? I feel like I'm just now seeing
I
people
feel
talk
like
about it.
maybe I think I saw like a apparent like rumor of her being cast.
Oh,
That's how we finding out
it's
about stuff.
confirmed. It's confirmed now.
All right.
Aaron Sorkin is writing and directing The Social Network Part 2.
Who asked for that?
Nobody.
Why we need that?
Nobody. The first one is so good. I'm like, you guys just know how to try to ruin a good thing, man. I mean, I know Aaron Stoker's like a fantastic writer, so I'm hoping it will be good, but we really don't need this.
Yeah, we really don't.
Like, especially now that we know the how it all ends and what face
Mhm.
like okay, okay.
Yeah.
This past weekend, F1 opened with 55 million domestic, 144 million global, which was this, y'all, this is really big for Apple TV and just
Not seeing
Apple.
it, but I have an F1 fan from the fandom.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
I love it. That's not an any old fan, it's an F1 fan.
Whew.
But I feel like this is huge for Apple. Like they have just been losing money on productions left and right. They don't promote anything. So finally they've got a hit on their hands and with good reason. I mean, F1 wasn't
Oh, sorry, girl. A mosquito flew in my apartment. Sorry. Y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Summers in the South are just wild. I don't know how it got in here.
no, that's real though, because if you acted better than I would,
I had the fan. That's how I was able to react so good.
I would have leaped through the screen and been at your place if that happened to me. So
Oh my God, we gotta keep
oh
that
no, we're
in.
gonna keep it in.
Oh my God.
Um, what were we talking about?
We're talking about F1.
Oh, right. Yeah, so F1 really shout out y'all. Like good work, good work. Um and MTV released their not MTV, y'all, I am so sorry that I just lied to your faces.
This Georgia Heat's putting us through it.
Not MTV, the New York Times released their 100 best movies of the 21st century. They asked actors, directors, producers, cinematographers, and Parasite was the winner coming in at number one. I saw a few people mad about this, but I wasn't mad about this because I feel like something in my brain shifted when I saw Parasite, and it's one of my favorite movies ever. Like I would probably put it on my top five list. Like I really love that movie. Um, so definitely wasn't shocking to me. Yeah,
Yeah, not shocked to me either. That's a good movie.
I love that movie. I think Wolf of Wall Street was either in the top five or top 10.
Well, of course it is.
That's another movie I just love. Like, I love that movie. I didn't know what to expect though. So I took my dad to see that for his birthday. And the first 5 minutes, if you guys have seen Wolf of Wall Street,
Oh my God.
Leo is doing blow out
Girl.
of a girl's ass, and we turned and looked at each other, and we were just like, "Well, we're here."
I would have walked out that theater. No, no.
It wasn't that
I'm
bad.
still that person that goes into the bathroom when a sex scene comes on. I'm watching a movie with my parents. I still go to the bathroom.
We just
I
get
take my
really,
time.
we just get really quiet. Nobody talks. It's just we're just like there will be no reaction. So yeah, so that's another one that I love. Girl, did you watch
Uh,
Nelly and Ashanti's TV show?
no, but I've heard many commentary about it.
Yeah, I wasn't watching that either, but I did see some clips online and I tend to agree with the masses that it is incredibly unfortunate that
Yeah.
um if you used to, look at Ashanti's Instagram on a random Tuesday, she would be in the Maldives on a beach
On vacation all year.
all year. And it didn't matter when you went to her profile. You could go at 7 a.m., you could go in the middle of the night, you could go in December, you could look in the middle of COVID. Like Ashanti was an outside baddie and she was living her best life. So it's a little sad now to see her saddled down with a beautiful child, which I know she loves at 50, with a man who said that I ain't got nothing to give him to his own child, and that he will participate and be more active with the child when
Participate.
the child is older.
Participate. You the damn father. What are you talking about?
Girl. And from the clips I saw, if you look at Ashanti's mama, she's the whole time she's just like, because they talk about the MAGA thing, and she was like, so how do you feel about that? And Ashanti was like, well, like, that's not my beliefs, but I can't tell him what to do. And
Oh God.
he's
She
he's looking
sounded
at,
like the white woman that wanted to cancel out their husband's votes. God damn.
uh,
Jesus Christ. It's sad because when we heard that they were dating again, they're like, oh wow, everybody's spinning the block, cool, awesome. Then you find out she's pregnant, everybody's like, oh yay, she's finally having her baby, she has her man. Because we knew that they dated back in the day. We didn't know why they broke up. I
mm-hmm.
didn't know they're on and off for like 13, like
Me
what,
neither.
9-10 years.
Right.
Like damn. I remember
Yeah.
seeing their behind the music episode back in the day, and at the time they were still together.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, this showed like his career, him taking care of his sister's kids after she died of cancer, and they them dating, and it's just like, oh, yes, really great, really great. Now we get here, I'm just like, baby, you settled for the baby. You settled for a man so you can have a baby, which sucks because a lot of women do that.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks because you
You know what you want to say?
it's just like, girl, like you didn't have to do that. You didn't, like, if you wanted to be a single mother, you could have did what Angelina Jolie did all those years ago and just get your kid, and it's you and your kid.
Hmm.
Like, to and
I
it's
think she's just traditionalist,
yeah.
especially because I don't know if her parents are still together, but I know she has a sister. Hang on, where's she from?
Hmm.
Oh, she's from New York. I thought she was like, for some reason I thought she was from the South, because this is something a
No,
lot.
that's Nelly.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of things that a lot of Southern like girls growing up, are taught is that basically whatever the man does,
Right,
just settle for that.
right.
Stay in this union, stay for the kid.
Yeah.
Especially with her, and with her turning like 50, she's 50 now. She was in her 40s. She hadn't found somebody yet. She hadn't had kids yet. So Nelly spinning the block was at a perfect time for her, and she's like, okay.
Yeah. You hate to see it. You really do. You hate to see it.
Uh,
But I wish her well. I hope he can become an active father, even though, the baby can't talk yet, doesn't mean that you shouldn't be present. And
like, how are you not changing diapers, bro?
that's the thing that always gets me.
Help you
Like,
help make this. The hell?
you
You have
can't
made
change
them.
a diaper. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. It really isn't.
God damn. It's literally less than 5 minutes.
Uh, if that, it's so quick. Like, yeah. But whatever. Good luck to y'all. Um, did you see Jurassic World?
Oh yeah, girl, I saw it early. I still gotta film my review.
Yes. So I saw it yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I
I
did.
like it.
I loved it. Me and my sister went, and first of all, I haven't seen the theater that packed since Wicked for the
Ooh.
screening that I went to. Um, it was like a mix of media and influencers, but
Mhm.
I have not seen the theater that active since Wicked Part 1. Um, but I really enjoyed it. It felt very nostalgic for me.
Mhm.
Um, I can tell that Spielberg had his hand all over it. Um,
Mhm.
I thought Buddy from the Summer I Turned Pretty breakout star, like, definitely stole some scenes in the movie. Um,
Which the the boyfriend of like the girls.
Yeah, the boyfriend.
That he's from Summer Turned Pretty.
Yeah, he's
Who?
Cam.
That was Cam.
That was Cam.
So great in the movie.
Yeah, he was great. So I feel like he was like a breakout. He was funny, memorable, had really good scenes. Jonathan Bailey is just such a star. And
Mm-hmm.
I loved him in the movie. And the whole time I'm like, like Jonathan. I love Mahershala Ali. I will see him in
Mahershala Ali
anything.
was the MVP in this movie. I said, "Come on, black man, let's go."
Love. He really was the MVP. Like if you guys I really think you should see it. And I really think it's just one of those movies I think you have to see in the theater. Like you're just not going to get those
Mm-hmm.
same vibes at home. So you should definitely go see it in theaters. And hot take, is Scarlet now the Marvel superhero with the best Jurassic movie?
I mean,
I mean, cause
I mean, the box office will probably decide that.
okay. So we'll be back. We'll be back with that because I was like, I really liked it. There were a few, continuity movie magic things that get on my nerves. But other than that, I liked it.
All right.
I
You
really
want to
liked
jump
it.
into Love Island now?
Yes, one more thing. I actually flew to LA last week. Simone was supposed to come, but
Listen, I got a schedule, y'all.
life, life be life in. But
Busy.
flew to LA last week to interview Milo Manheim and the rest of the cast of Zombies. He has such a big fan base and he's actually so nice, so cool. Um, I know the Zombies fans, like you guys are out there. Like you're really out there. So I'm really excited for you guys to see the interviews. They'll be out tomorrow. Yeah, they'll be out tomorrow. Really excited for you guys to see that. Also, really excited. I think you guys are going to like this movie. Um, and it's not so much as a send off like it is, but it's also a new beginning. And I feel like the new people that they got for the Zombies franchise, like Disney just knows how to pick stars. Like we've seen it time and time again. Raven, Sabrina, Miley, Selena, Demi. Um, they just go on to do great things, so I have like high hopes for them as well. So yeah, guys, just wanted to plug Zombies really quick and make sure you check that out. You're gonna love it. Now, did you want to talk at Love Island at the end, like the very end, because I have two more things I want to talk to you about.
We can talk about it at the very end.
Okay, cool. Did you hear about the new thing in the Tyler Perry saga?
I have. I have.
I have. So guys, if you haven't heard, there is a man named Christian Keys. He is the creator of All the Queen's Men, and he took to TikTok to blast BET Plus and the network in general. He claimed that he found out about his show's renewal online instead of from the network. He said he wasn't sent the official trailer. He had to find it and download it himself. He didn't name Tyler Perry directly, but if the shoe fits. Um, he also claimed that, not claimed, but he said that they took his name off of season 2, I want to say, or season 3, created by.
Damn.
They took that off, which if he created the show, you can't take that off. So
Yeah.
he told the network, like, hey, y'all took this off, y'all can't do that. And they were like, yeah, we can. So then this man hit the guild up,
He
and
told
the
Guild.
guild had to come in and be like, Tyler, BET, y'all know y'all can't do that.
He called the Guild.
He called the guild, girl. But I ain't mad at it because sometimes we got to get our things.
Listen,
Like,
listen. You know how I get when brands be ghosting me with my payments. I have to go to the head person. He went to the head people. He went to the Guild.
sometimes you got to go to HR and get it handled. So he went to the guild and they were like, you can't do that. But he basically was like, yo, this is like really disappointing for me to find out that the show's coming back on the internet. You guys couldn't even tell me. So I'm not sure if he's going to be affiliated with the show now, but apparently he's like working on building something else and he has like some other exciting developments going on. And I was just like, dang, like that didn't even have to go down like that, you know? But wanted to share that story. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, which was like super recent as of like today at probably 4 o'clock p.m. Halle Bailey. One thing about was it TMZ or Shade Room? I don't know.
Shade Room.
It was Shade Room.
It
Okay.
was Shade Room that posted it, but I know you're going to say TMZ because you always bring it up.
Well, no. Did TMZ take the photos?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I first saw it on Shade Room photos because
Okay,
I
that's what I'm
blocked them,
saying.
but someone reposted the photos on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know this time who got the photos first. Was it TMZ? Was it Shade Room? Because I saw it on Shade Room first as well. Disclaimer, guys, I don't follow the Shade Room. I have them blocked. But somebody put it on Twitter, like you said, and it has the Shade Room all over it.
Yeah.
But if you didn't see, Halle Bailey was spotted vacationing with Scott Bridgway. And if you don't know who that is Kendrick Lamar's producer. He did Luther, he did Squabble Up. When you guys see the pics, they're kissing, they're on a yacht. She looks at peace, she looks happy. Um,
Amen.
somebody posted
Finally shut up about Halle finding a level up, finding a Russell Wilson. She got Kendrick's producer. Come on.
well, because at first I was like, who is this random man? And then I had to do a little research and I was like, okay. Because if it was a random man, I was gonna feel no shade to the random men of the world, but I was gonna feel some way.
Now listen, we know Halle circles. She was not going to make the same mistake twice.
And friend, that's what I was hoping. So so that's why I had to
I
do
feel
it.
like Beyonce, worked a little something there. Because I know I don't know if Halle went to the Kendrick or SZA tour. Maybe she did. But Beyonce and Kendrick, they like work brother and sister. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of something like progressed or like matched up there.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Besides, I just had to find out his name and what he did for a living because I was just like, who is this random man that she is on a yacht with? Because I was about to be like, Hallie, my good sis, what's going on? Um, but I don't think that there's much about him. He has 10K followers right now. That'll probably go up by
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, definitely go up.
He did Squabble Up, he did Luther. Um,
I
so
love
yeah.
this
Now,
girl.
whoever took those photos, incredible photography.
Real incredible. Do they have a phone?
Like, how did y'all get? So I'm just like, I guess I need to find out, not that I'm like super curious, but just more about the world of paparazzi because she's not in the country right now. You know what I mean? She's
Mm-hmm.
out the country on a yacht, probably somewhere like in Italy. Like, I just feel I'm always like, how did y'all get these photos, man? But somebody posted them, I think, and like tagged DDG and then he blocked them. So
Y'all a damn mess.
he's on Twitch and she is living her best life without a care in the world. So
I love this for her.
yeah. And I actually think this coming week, I think DDG is going to Italy because he gets to hang out with Halo
Yeah.
for like from like 9 to 5 or something
Yeah.
for the 4th of July weekend. So while he's doing that, mama's on a yacht
Mm-hmm.
living her best life. Okay. Now we can talk about Love Island.
Oh, okay. First of all, are you caught up on the episodes? Because I know the episodes are a lot, like 5 a week.
I am I'm mostly caught up, so we can talk about it.
Okay, just to recap, because again,
Yes, let's recap.
like 5 episodes a week. I'm just gonna do cliff notes. The people who have left the villa since last time we talked
Mhm.
have been Jalen, one of the bombshells, as well as Hannah and Jeremiah. Now, these were very like controversial because there are some controversial people in the house that should have been voted off. Austin, he's a Trump supporter. Everyone wants him off the show. They don't know why he's still there. Then also Huda, who essentially has been, chaos and has recently reunited the chaos with recent episodes. A surprising elimination twist during Casa Amor. I don't know if you've seen, but Alondria and Nick were supposedly voted off.
However,
They
however,
got the chance to come back as a recouple. Now, let me tell you something. I have not seen people root for an interracial couple since Scandal back in the day. And you remember, you remember we're going crazy. I've seen so many celebrities, fans and viewers, brands, NFL teams and NBA teams making memes of this. People got a ship name for them. They're making flags. I wouldn't be surprised if people be wearing t-shirts. And the crazy thing is, Nick's mom has
yep,
been rooting for Orlandria since week one.
yep, yep. I saw those TikToks as well. Yes,
And
yes.
this is so messy. Now,
And you,
before Casa, Nick was paired up with Sierra, right? We're going to talk about Sierra later. He was paired up with her. They went to Casa. Everybody became single, right?
yep.
Elimination happens. Nobody picks Nick. No one picks Alandria. They're both supposedly sent home. They are sent on a date, and they chose to go back to the villa as a couple. They agreed to explore, and this is when Nick admits that he always had an admirer, kind of feeling with her.
Mhm.
And we're getting all of this stuff. Now I was not part of like Nick and Landra High before this. I was like, yo, what are you seeing? What's going on? And then I see this episode and I see the edits and like all the clips of the episodes prior to that, his confessionals. I was like,
And you fell to your knees in Walmart.
oh, not a woman. I was like, oh, he down bad. He down bad. And baby, when they had their kiss in Sultan, the way I wish I was at a bar watching this, because people be watching Love Island at the bars.
I
Girl,
know.
the
There's
black girls were cheering. You would have thought it was Serena and Cordell again. I'm like,
right,
oh my God. And
right.
this was a good ass kiss. I'm like,
It
damn.
was.
Nick turned black so quick. I'm like, bro.
I think somebody said too for that kiss, he was wearing Taylor's clothes.
Yeah, because they be like trading each other's clothes all the time. He was
Yeah.
wearing his jeans and his Timbs,
Yeah.
but the gold chain is all his. I was like, oh, this is everything.
Yeah. So while we're on the kiss right now, before you continue on, did any of that feel produced to you?
Now, them doing the twist of their elimination and having them go on a date,
Yeah.
that was producer, right?
Okay.
I think the feelings like they had,
Mhm.
that was all them. Because according to people who, who left the villa, specifically Bella, Dash, who was paired with him first,
Mhm.
she revealed that him and Alandria were feeling each other. And Alandria had, pulled her for a chat saying, hey, I want to pursue him.
Okay.
And before that she could do it, Sierra was brought in as the first set of the bombshells, and she sets her sights on him.
Right.
Yeah, and then Vanna, who was part of like the Casa Amor girls, she was like, "Oh yeah, Nick and Alandria, definitely see it for them." Nick never took his eyes off of her during Casa.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
All right.
everybody is seeing this right now.
Okay. Continue on.
So we had that. We had that magic for about 24 hours, and because Olandria was stuck on her pairing with Taylor. Taylor don't like her. I don't know why he kept her along a string for so long, but that's when
Stay on the
essentially,
show.
yeah, basically stay on the show. That's when she basically curves and it's like, yeah, it's better if we're just friends. It's fine. But the sad thing is that you could see that Nick was gonna say, "Hey, I the kiss was great. I couldn't get, Sierra and Taylor out of my minds. Just, I think it was speaking of the guilt. And she interrupted him saying, oh, yeah, I feel the same way. We're just good as friends. I feel like he was going to say, but. Going to say a but and say, I have, this feeling like I want to pursue you.
Right.
And ever since the recoupling, Nick's facial expressions have been nothing but miserable. Mind you, when elimination happened and Orlando was about to get voted off again, he was fighting the hardest for her to stay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Taylor wanted her voted off because he had picked Clark over her.
Right. And now people have been trying to figure out why she was so stuck on Taylor when it's like, girl, how could you not see what we all saw? And do you feel like it is part of that, like wanting that Black love, Black fantasy thing?
I 100% believe it. I 100% believe it, especially with her talking about being the eldest daughter and her talking about how she essentially had to be, the expectation of like Black daughters, being amazing, getting the degree, getting everything. She went to an HBCU. She grew up in Alabama, and she wasn't allowed to date until she was 18. So that 18 to 22 range, because I know she said she was single for 5 years. She's 27. That 18 to 22 was her first time in dating, and a lot of times in college it sucks. Trust me, I know this. So I understand her being hesitant to exploring outside of that because it's so foreign to her. And I think it's bringing up a lot of conversation for Black women when it comes to the list we want just based off of our environment and going to where we're appreciated. And I think it's so important, especially, and on top of that, she's a Black woman, dark-skinned Black woman, grew up in the South, grew up in the Christian church. Yeah. So there's so many factors like to take into that a lot of women are talking about, because a lot of Black women on Freds we were talking about on Saturday, and it's like, okay, we can say this out loud because we've been seeing it this whole time. Right. Now, as far as I know from the episodes, she is still processing everything. She's still like wanting to hold down. However, this preview for tonight's episode.
What did you see? Because I didn't see
I saw her cuss Taylor out, because basically the show is like, yo, we got to get rid of Friendship Island. So they're making a challenge to where they're writing anonymous notes and telling how they feel about different islanders. And I don't know what was written down.
Okay.
What I'm assuming is that someone wrote down something about Taylor and the whole like him leading Alondra on, and she went off. She went off. And I think she really needed that to really just get all that out, because basically Taylor's mute. He doesn't know how to like be honest.
Right.
Like he's just dragging it along. And that's why a lot of people want him and Clark off the island. And the thing is, he's an alpha too. When I found that out, I was like, how the hell you an alpha? I'm friends with alphas. How you even made it into a chapter? And his fraternity brothers are just like damn near denouncing him. I'm like, yeah, you should.
Oh,
this is not an alpha man. I've met alpha men. He is not an alpha man. No. Acting like a damn beta. Like, oh my God.
No, I'm really though.
Get Olandria a good Q dog or a Kappa. God damn it. Get her somebody. Get a bombshell that was a Q dog from New Orleans. Give it a Cowboy. I'm just like, that shocked the hell out of me. I'm like, how the fuck are you an alpha? What?
Okay, so keep going.
Okay, sorry, I got lost in thinking, y'all. So she's currently single in the villa, and basically she's trying to explore and see stuff out. Now she's starting to build something with Zach, who is one of Miguel's friends from last season. He is from Thailand. He's from the UK. He talks like really fast, but like he is fine as hell, girl. He got tattoos on. I was like,
no, okay. I see them. I was like, where are all of Miguel's friends to sign up for this show?
Exactly. We were begging for that until like Casa. I was like, oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Now, many people are still hoping for Nick and Landria to happen, especially since there's still movie night, which is showing Islanders what goes down throughout the villa this season that they did not see.
Right.
Also, apparently, there's a Twitter challenge where they get to see what America says about them. A lot of people are thinking that was cut out this season because of all the online bullying that's been going on surrounding the Islanders. I think they might do a modified social media challenge. I don't know what they're doing, but we know that movie night is most likely going to happen. And what a lot of people are hoping for, which is so bad, is that we're gonna see the Nicolandria kiss.
Mm-hmm. And Sierra will see it.
Sierra see it. And the thing is that last night's episode, her and Nick officially closed off. Now he only closed off because he had competition. So it makes the incoming crash out going to be worse.
It's gonna be good TV though. It's gonna be good TV though.
I know it's gonna be good TV because we watch reality TV. We know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The thing is that it's gonna be worse because Nick acts away toward and with Orlandria that's complete opposite with Sierra.
Yeah.
He barely gives
night and day
any substance. And the thing is, every time he has interest or sees a possible connection off to the side, Sierra jumps his bones.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't even that long. Yeah. And the thing is, she embellishes on everything. It's like, girl, we're gonna watch this back.
Right.
And people have been having commentary about her because her friend was on a previous season of Love Island, and she's an influencer. She has a very big influencer running her social media accounts. It's been very problematic with her posting. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are just like, okay, are you really insecure or are you playing the game?
Right. Right.
And movie night really is going to be the big test and indicator of that. Because either she'll have a full-blown crash out or she's just going to be cool and calm and just reserve her tears for later. And I think either way is going to be bad. If she forgives him and stays, it's just okay, you're just saying the proof of point. Mm-hmm. And it's really putting out that message is stay with the man regardless of what he does.
Right.
Even if he don't really love you like that. And then there's a thing of, oh, I can't believe you do this. You're not being honest with me. Do you even really like me like that? It's going to be even more worse. Mm-hmm. And I'm worried because they're going to try and villainize Orlandria. Yeah. Even if she was the friend that basically did that because you wanted to protect her.
Because they're already trying to villainize Shelly. And I was like, you will not, because you were talking about people cutting things out earlier. And I know for a fact that they cut Huda's hood rate.
Oh yeah. Also, I don't know how I skipped over the heart rate challenge, y'all. So the heart rate challenge happened,
and it was so different than last year.
They changed it to couples instead of single players. That's what made this worse.
Yeah, they're just messy this season. Just messy.
I think production wanted to outdo season 6 so bad and end up biting in the butts. So they're literally just scrambling and throwing darts in the air to see what could stick.
Yeah. I know people keep talking about oh, this is the worst season. This season sucks and yeah. But I'm at the same time, y'all gave them so many views that's just not how they're looking at it.
I think they're going to be, very intentional when it comes to casting next time. Because at this point, there's no one to root for. The finale's in less than 2 weeks. And we got one couple.
Right. I heard it's July 13th.
Yeah. There's one couple. And that couple, we don't even have a guarantee they're going to be together by the end of this.
Right. Because
around this time, before the finale, you have a good 6 locked in.
Right.
Or you pick your final 4. Mm-hmm. It's bro, what we doing? We got too many people in this villa. What, we got 9 couples? Technically 10 because Orlandria and Ian are single. So it's how's voting going to work?
Yeah. And then just the whole thing too with Shelly, I was definitely on her side with the Huda thing because I saw first of all, I know that they cut that scene out where she put her big butt in his face.
Yeah.
And also the way that they were moving.
Yeah.
They were dry humping and he was gripping that ass.
Yeah. That's when I skipped over. I was like, oh, yeah, no.
And then if you look, if you know that originally Ace was trying to talk to Huda, but she was so locked in on Jeremiah. Yeah. And that's why he was trying to get Jeremiah kicked off in this whole thing. So
yeah,
we all know Ace has been moving like he's a producer and moving shady this whole time, but it's just Shelly, open up your eyes.
Yeah. So, side note, this just opened like three different things. Side note, Jeremiah has been having a high since leaving the villa. He
Oh
just hit
yeah,
1 million
he's
followers.
doing great.
He's going to be, him and Jayla are just having a time. Hannah, who also got voted off, she's on her way to 1 million. She has a little over like 900K right now. So I think she'll probably get to 1 million really soon. Like the post Villa glow up is really hitting for a lot of people, especially the ones that were done dirty. I don't know why I just remember this. I don't know why I forgot to mention it during Sierra and Nick's heart rate routine. He licked Andrea's
I
foot,
saw that.
her toes in his mouth.
I saw that. I was
I
like,
said, first of all, I be forgetting this dude from Florida. I'm like, damn, that should not be surprising. Secondly, you say you have no chemistry in this woman. There's no sparks. You're going to lick her toes and give direct eye contact?
right,
That's fucking intimate as hell. You can't tell
very.
me you don't want to worship this woman. And let me say this right now, as a romance reader and writer, as someone who's watched TV, there's a difference between wanting to fuck somebody and wanting to worship. Nick wants to worship on there. I'm so serious right now. You telling me you licking that lady's feet in the Fiji heat? And you say you got no feelings outside platonic for her, sir? You are a liar.
I, I saw that and I had to take a step back myself. I was like, oh my. But yeah, I'm like, damn, should I go on Love Island next season? Like the followers, the brand, like Jeremiah's about to start his own book club, girl.
I
Like
know, I saw that too, which is
y'all about
funny
to
because we found his page and one of my friends had posted about it. I was like, oh, he part of the family. And he just did like the generic like nonfiction book posting, just like, hey guys, this is an awesome book. This is one of my favorites, really great story. But now he's really like wanting to get into it, especially with the new following. I wouldn't be surprised if he has like partnerships coming up on like the bookish front, the lifestyle front. Like there's so many possibilities
yeah,
for
and he's
him.
fine. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. Also, I just found out he's Nigerian.
really?
His dad's Nigerian. I'm like, bro, why didn't you leave with this?
Oh wow. Well, maybe
Why
he
did
didn't
you not
leave with
leave with
it
this?
because he was like, my type is only foreigns and Latinx girls. So maybe that's why he
And
didn't
he
say
got
that.
that black dad, white mama combo. So
Yeah. Now what remind me what's the super baddie? What's her name? Andrina?
Andrina, yeah.
Andrina. Yo, did you see the post where Jeremiah was like, I'm catching a flight soon as she
I
soon as
supported
she's out the
because
villa? Cause
they
like
were working on something before he got voted off.
yeah, I see them together too. Somebody also said Drake has a flight waiting for her as well. And I was like,
Oh yeah, I saw someone else post on Fred's. Michael B. Jordan has a private jet ready for Andrina to come back from Fiji.
they said that he's already liked some of her pics in the past. Yeah. I was like,
I love this for my girl. Yes.
ah.
Yes. Also, Amaya, not only is she a fan favorite, she's had so many memes pop off.
Yeah, she is a fan favorite, but I will say I think the way people treat her is like a little weird.
Yeah. You mean the fans or people in the villa?
No, the fans.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
why
definitely.
are they infantilizing her like this? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a little
It's a
weird.
little weird. People were starting to do that with Jalen too early on, and like people that did that really quick. I didn't know she was a cardiovascular nurse.
I knew she was a nurse, but I didn't know what type of nurse she was.
Yeah, she's a cardiovascular nurse.
Yeah.
She's from New York, but yeah, I see her getting brand deals easy too. I wouldn't be surprised she's already at 1 million followers on like TikTok or Instagram. I know Duolingo's probably waiting to give her a deal because her vocabulary is just all over the place.
Yeah. And I mean, that's my thing with like this season too is everybody's talking about like hood of this, hood of that, hood of this, but I kind of don't care because she's gonna be fine. She's gonna be like Huda has an athlete waiting on her when this
Oh
whole thing
yeah,
is
absolutely.
over.
The
She's gonna
whole
get
like I'm a mommy meme is gonna get her a Super Bowl commercial.
she's gonna have brand deals. Like I don't really care. Like she's gonna be fine. And I kind of hate how in the beginning people made the whole show about her. And
Yeah.
I kind of feel like she's not really going to learn or take anything away from this
Oh, she
experience
won't.
because look at everything that's been handed to her from this experience. And then
Mhm.
even her friend at the beginning just being like, oh, she didn't know anything about Love Island. I'm
That's
like,
a
that's
damn
a
lie.
lie. So, like,
Yeah.
parts of this, I'm like ready for this to wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of us are ready to wrap up. Back to the Shelly thing.
Mhm.
I'm 50-50 on it. Like, I understand like her like calling out Hood up for going too far because it was too far.
Yeah,
Like, you know how bad it is that a streaming service got to cut out parts.
right.
Streaming, who has the liberty to do any and everything, has to cut some stuff down.
Hmm.
Now, also at the same time, it's like, Shelly, you have no one but yourself to get mad at because y'all saved her so many times and gave her the okay go pass to do whatever the fuck she wanted.
Yeah.
And that's how
They
we got.
enabled her.
Yeah. And also, people, you got to point out, like, Shelly, your Casa boy, Chris, not only is he here, you said you wanted to be open into exploring with him. You made out with him in the challenge not once but twice. So it's like, baby girl, like, I'm gonna defend you regardless from the races, but like, you gotta take some accountability.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point with that too. But I feel like a makeout is just different than like, I think, like, do you think Ace like got a hard on too?
Probably.
And that's, they were also trying to save face with that because he it's just a challenge. It's just like I was like, get that smile off your
Probably,
face.
probably,
Like I could not. I could not. Um,
probably. Yeah, most definitely. Because Shelly was heated. Like that Florida, that Miami, Florida came out of her real
yeah.
quick. I'm just like, Shelly, I've never heard you talk like this before.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
that's
God.
what I'm saying. Like she
I thought
loses
she's
her
gonna jump
anger
Huda.
for one time and now she's a bully. Now she's this, now she's that. And it's like, let that have been Huda. She would have crashed out.
Mm-hmm.
She would have lost her mind if anybody did that with Jeremiah. Hell, Jeremiah should watch his back for posting that tweet about, not tweet, that TikTok about Andrina, like he coming back for her. Like, baby, be careful on them planes. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
could
Hood
have
is
been
crazy.
moved on from Jeremiah, especially since she's putting like her moves on to Chris now, and they're semi, locked in. But
That
girl,
don't
I
mean
don't
nothing
know
to
how.
me. Jeremiah could text her tomorrow, be like, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Nah, Jeremiah's done. Jeremiah's done. If anything, that whole thing with Huda ruined the experience in the villa. If we're gonna
No,
be,
I'm saying Huda is not done. Like
oh.
he could text her tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. He should watch his back still, even to this day. Like he's not done. He could text her tomorrow and be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean any of that. Like, what do you say we give it another shot? What you think she gonna do? Like, come on, chat.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So tonight's episode, as we are recording this, since this episode comes out on Wednesday and Love Eye is not on Wednesdays, it is the mailbox challenge where basically they're writing down how they feel about each other in the villa. And people are assuming it's replacing the Twitter challenge because again, people have been unhinged when it comes to like the viewers and the fan base and all that. And y'all, it's bad. Like people are emotions are coming out. Shit's like all popping off. You got Amaya yelling and crying. You got Alandra going off on Taylor, thank goodness. You got Chris, who just got here, feeling away. And it's like it's really getting into the stuff that we America has been saying.
Right.
Like Austin is reading a question saying, how are you still here in the villa? Someone's asking Pepe, are you just settling since Hannah got voted off and you're just trying to play the long game? And I think someone asked like Sierra, like, how do you feel about like people being in the room while you and Nick are having sex? Like they started out cheeky, but then it got really, really serious to the point where Amaya's cussing people out. You have Huda being like, oh, I wrote it. We don't know what she wrote. But when it's time for her to read her card, she basically walks out of the challenge. So it's like, oh, this is about to be a blaze.
Messy, messy, messy.
But it's finally breaking up Friendship Island because a lot of the friendship is keeping people from actually exploring and being in couples because people are being so strategic. It's like, burn Friendship Island down. Give me
Yeah.
my show back.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Um, Is that it for our rant?
Yep, that's it. That was a good old rant.
That's
Just
all.
in time for the episode.
What time does it come on? 9?
It supposedly comes out at 9, but they've been posting it early, like 8:30, 8:40-ish.
Oh wow. And that's not even a wait. They're gonna reach a verdict in the Diddy trial?
Oh yeah, girl, you didn't say that earlier?
No.
That's supposed to be coming out Thursday or Friday. They reached a verdict on 4 of the 5 charges.
Okay. Oh. Judge tells jury to keep deliberating after partial verdict. Okay. We no verdict read, judge will instruct jury to keep deliberating. Okay, well, maybe we'll be back next week to discuss.
Yep.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, woo. Thank you guys so much for listening. We had a lot to catch up on, so I really hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, please feel free to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the Pop Culture Playbook. Keep up with all the fun stuff that we're doing. This week, we are going to leave you guys with something fun. We actually did an interview with Vanessa Fant from the final play, and she's talking about all things this movie. We get into our men the prize. We talk about dating today and sending those first DMs. And I really think personally, if you liked Think Like a Man, then you'll really enjoy this movie as well. So it was really fun for us to be able to do this interview. All right, Tatyana Arrington.
Simone Umba.
And we are the Pop Culture Playbook, and we are here with Vanessa. How are you today?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're
We're
doing
good.
good.
I just want to say that you look absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry. I just had to tell you right now.
Thank you.
You do. You look incredible.
Sorry. I hope that's not messing up. Okay, there we go.
I know you look good. You look good.
Oh, you're fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
How excited are you about everybody seeing this film?
It's like I've been waiting on this
Mhm.
for a while now, so it feels so good to just have everybody see this great story. Yeah.
I want to kick it off with your journey. Like, how did you find out about the project, get involved with the project? Like, to give us all the tea on that.
So I was actually asked to come to the table read by Ernestine. She's one of the producers, Ernestine Morrison. And as soon as I got there, she had a specific role for me. She was like, read it. And that was in July 2022. And I guess like a week before we started filming, she contacted my agent. And my agent was like, hey, they want you for the role. And I was like, okay, great. So I didn't have to audition or anything else like that. They offered it to me straight from the table read.
I love that. So you got it off the stream.
Yes, I just believe that any opportunity, whether it's a table read, whether it's just a meeting, it's an opportunity. And I just took it full force. And I love the story. Just reading it was hilarious, actually.
Well, we both were able to see the film, and it's a classic rom-com. You play the best friend who essentially is letting the main character know, like, hey, get out of your space, get out of your box, and explore.
Mhm.
Would you say that you're similar to your character, or are you polar opposite when it comes to just like friendship dynamics?
I think I'm just like Renee. And I think that's why they went ahead and just go ahead and gave it to me because I feel like I am that friend that is like, nah, girl, he's not for you. Yeah, he's for you. Or, I could just tell you right off that was good for you, but it's not good for you, but I'm still gonna support.
Mhm.
Whatever your
Mhm.
decision is, I'm gonna support it.
That's
See,
what I
that's an
liked
honest
about her.
friend. You need that.
Hmm.
Wait, what did you say, Spa?
No, I said that's an honest friend. Like you need that in life.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was saying. That's what I liked about her. She kept it very real, but at the same
Mhm.
time, she was still very supportive. She was like, okay, I know you're looking for love, but let's try my way,
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
And what was it like working with Hazel?
Okay. My girl, that's my girl for life.
Mhm.
Hazel is she's just a breath of fresh air. Working with her, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect from anybody on set. I never really worked with anybody before. So from the first day that I met her, she was just so cool. I even remember a time where I was like, I had said something to her about like my makeup or wanting my makeup to be a certain type of way when I get there in the morning. And she called me and was like, "Hey girl, are you up? Get up. We got to get that makeup right." And I was like, "Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm coming. I'm coming." So it was just great working with her. She is super talented. And we definitely had great chemistry. It was genuine chemistry, which played really well on camera.
Yeah, you would have thought you guys been friends like your whole life.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I wanted to kind of like picking off of what you had said about chemistry. What was it like working with the cast all together? Because you have like such a layered story and you have these characters that have like different personalities that you are taking from page to screen. How was it all working together?
It was fun. It was a great 2 weeks. From the cast to
Wait,
the
two
crew,
weeks?
it was about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
we did pickups like a few months later.
Okay.
But yeah, it was 2 weeks. Um, and I would just say it just felt like family. From the very first day we were on set, it was jokes, it was laughter, it was either Jeremy getting help from Gerard about his lines or me going over things with Hazel about how you feel about this. It was just great communication and great chemistry all around. We just had a ball.
You can
Mhm.
tell. You can really tell. Like it's so fun and it feels so reminiscent of like the other Black rom-coms that we love. Do you have any favorites in that genre besides The Final Play, of course, but any other favorites in that genre that you absolutely love?
Yes, of course. But I mean, dang, it's so hard to pick like which one would be like your favorite.
Yeah.
Um, we have definitely The Wood, and The Wood was mentioned in the movie. The
Mhm.
Wood, Love and Basketball, of course. There's just there's so many. There's so many. And I'm happy to be a part of a project that is similar to these classics because that's what we really wanted to give off.
I feel
It
like
definitely gave out that.
you guys
Mhm.
accomplished that for sure because I feel like if people when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, if people loved Think Like a Man, they're going to
Yes.
love this movie. Like
Mhm.
they're going to eat it up for sure."
Absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely gave like different like rom-com inspirations because my parents raised me on like a lot of black TV. So a lot of the movies like I grew up watching, I see parts of that in the film. Were
Mhm.
you like did you grow up like seeing like examples of that? Because I know people take from examples from what we see in media. What was like kind of your like favorite like couple on film or TV that was exemplifying of black love?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, Growing up for me, I think the dopest couple to me was, it sounds cliche, but it was Martin and Gina. It was the love through everything. It was just how they were just so comfortable of being themselves around each other. I love that. That was like one of my utmost number one couples growing up.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was definitely in like my top three because you have Martin, who's like the funny one, and then you
Mhm.
have Gina, who's like kind of serious, but he kind of breaks for his shell a little bit. The other one for me would be like Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, especially since it's like an older
Yes.
like couple. It reminded me of like my parents and my grandparents and them just loving each other and being an example and having this little like family with their kids. So it
Mhm.
is amazing to see that. And I feel like this film is going to be a great example because it's showing young Black people who are finding love, who are successful, and who
Mhm.
are real about unpacking those emotions and feelings,
Right.
able to explore that. And I
Mhm.
wanted to ask how, is it reflective of, you can even get into your own personals or just other examples. How is the film reflective of just the current like era of dating, because I was watching, I'm just like, oh my God, this is literally me last week.
No, for
This is
real.
a mirror. It is
Yes.
rough out here.
Like with the DMing and stuff, like you got to play all the
Yes.
games. Like, yes.
Yes. It was a great reflection of today's dating society. Um, Anybody would tell you that right now is the hardest time to date. You gotta have some money, you gotta have the money on right. You gotta have the game right. You have to have the career or the lifestyle right. Um, and there are so many options, right? You feel like even if you live in Kansas, you got options in LA. So the movie played really well off of that because you have, like you said, the DMing, there's I didn't even know like guys play that much DMs. Okay, you only like three pictures. You don't do too much. You like the three pictures, you send a DM, don't do too much though. Or the ghosting of 2 weeks just because you don't want to seem like you're so interested or you want to seem like no, I could be in Jamaica with somebody else in 2 weeks. Like
Right.
love me, cuddle me, show me that you're interested. And I think the movie is just a great reflection of yes, there are a bunch of options out there, but if you find somebody that you really like, go after them. Don't let anything change that.
Yes. I wanted to have a little girl chat too, because there were some
Mhm.
themes in the film, and I feel like it's going to spark a little debate. So let's settle this now and right here, right now. Who is the catch? Like, can men also be a catch? Is it just women? What are your thoughts?
They not gonna be happy with what I say. For me, and this is just me. I feel like women are the catch for sure,
Mhm.
but in reality,
Mhm.
I feel like the man is the catch. Why do I say that? In
Okay.
today's society, we have women who are looking for the athlete, the baller, the he has to have something. And if you have especially with black men, if you have a fine black man who is educated, who is financially stable, who has his own, he is the catch. And there are women who will flock to this one man, whether he has 10 women or just one, they would still do anything to be in his presence. Um, and yeah. My brother and I was just talking about that last night. He was like, listen, I'm in my 40s. It's still easy for me to find a woman. When you get in your 40s, it's going to be harder for a woman to find a man. And I was like, oh, oh, okay.
I hear
Yeah.
you a little bit because I just feel like everything that you listed off, it's kind of like finding a unicorn
Hmm.
versus like there's so many beautiful, talented, accomplished women. So I hear you a little bit.
Oh
I
no,
fully
I absolutely
understand.
agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. We actually are the new men in this day and age. We are the ones that's bringing the bread home, um, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah. And another fight that was in the movie, where she was like, girl, I'm still training him, I'm getting him together. And he was like, wait, what? Now I feel like this is something that's like a little unspoken. Like we kind of talk about this with our friends, but we don't necessarily say it to their face. So
Mhm.
how do you feel? Do you feel like women tend to like, try to not change their man, but just maybe groom them a little bit to what
Maybe
they're.
like a good project, or maybe if
Yeah, yeah.
I
What are
can
your
fix
thoughts?
him.
What are your thoughts on that?
We definitely we try to do that. We definitely do. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we don't.
That's an honest answer. A
Yeah.
lot of times we try.
I mean, we try to get them to love us the best. But then I also feel like if we have to change a man to love us the way we want him to love us, do we really want that man?
That's
Questions
that's
that
here
need
or there.
answers.
Hmm. Hmm.
What would you say would be your ideal first date? Because in the movie, their first date, it kind of wasn't really a date. It was more so he took her to look at a house and then he ordered like some DoorDash. So it was like funny but cute, but you know, it kind of worked because he's an athlete. And then the next time they were going to go to dinner, then Gia was like, oh, let's just like watch a movie on the couch. So would you
Mhm.
say like for that first day, it's like, no, no, like I need you to take me out. I need to see what's going on. Or are you down to like, because you know, Netflix and chill now gets a bad rep. So I feel like that's another thing that's going to start a debate when people see the film too.
Yeah. Um, I would say for me, I would want my first date to be fun. Instead of like, let's, sitting down at a fancy restaurant and letting him spend a bunch of money and everything. That's cute. But let's have a good time. Let's go out. Let's meet each other. Let's go. We could always go out to eat, but I'm down for fun stuff. Let's go mini golf, top golf. Let's go bowling. I'm very easy like that.
I'm that same
um,
way.
yeah, but if the vibes is fun and we having a good time, let's just chill.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, that's same with me. Like I felt the same way about like going to the movies for a date and just staring at a screen for like 2 hours, especially since movies are longer. I want to like be outside and get to know
Mhm.
you. Top Golf is probably like my top three of like good first dates.
Yeah, like let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. Because even if sitting at a dinner table and we don't really know each other, it can kind of be awkward. Some people start to front, and it's kind of like if we're over here having a good time, we're being goofy. We could see how we interact with each other right then.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm that same way. I listen, I want to do the chill date, but sometimes you can't give them that because then they be like late.
Can't get everybody there.
Right, right. So, you know, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah, you can't give everybody the chill.
Right, right.
Hmm.
And then one last question that I had for girl chat. Um, Renee originally told Gia, like, girl, tell him a month. Like, he needs to wait. He needs to, you know, yearn for you. But then she ended up just saying Thursday. In real life, are you the type to be like, oh no, let's like link this week. It's no big deal. Or are you going to be like, I'm going to make you sweat a little bit?
Oh, that depends. And I actually that depends. No, I'm pretty if we're already like conversing, I'm gonna see you Thursday.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you Thursday. Hmm.
And Simone, I'll pass it back to you.
Okay, so a lot like we've talked about like in the chat like how dating is, and would you say there because usually with women we always have like a list of like we need this, we need that, and we need the third. Do you think there is the concept of the perfect man? Because I know Tati brought up like the concept of a unicorn. Do you think
Hmm.
there's an idea of like the perfect man or even the perfect woman?
You know, I would say there is no perfect person. And if you have a perfect person, then there is something wrong with that person. Um, in real relationships, there are so many trials and tribulations and obstacles to get through. Um, I say that I guess the perfect man or the perfect woman would really be the person that you want to be with every day. The person that even through everything, their flaws, the things that you can agree to disagree on, your perfect person is the person that you really want to be with and the person that you work for and that person that's working for you.
I love that.
That's real.
Mhm.
So real. And I feel like everybody's going to talk about all of the things mentioned when they see the film. You absolutely shine in it. You're so funny. I won't spoil anything, but I love the ending. It's given part two. You will have to see.
Mhm.
I was telling you at the table read, actually, when we got to the end, I don't even think I delivered the lines. I think I just started cracking up. I think I just started laughing because I did not expect that at all. And shout out to Mav. He was a great partner to work with.
Yeah, he's keeping the laughs going like the between the two of you like the entire
The
time.
entire
It
time.
it doesn't stop.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, people should be sold on this film after they listen to this for sure. But in case they're not, anything that you want to spotlight real quick before we go on why people should check out the final play?
You should check out the final play. Everybody should check out the final play, because we really don't have rom-coms or love stories like this, especially Black movies. This is a movie that is nostalgic. This is a movie that's going to make you either call up that ex that you messed up with, or call up that girl or that guy that you ghosted 2 weeks ago. It's going to make you fall in love again. It's going to make you yearn for somebody. So, yeah, that's a great reason to watch it.
Oh Lord, I feel like you did spark something now.
You're calm.
The
Calm.
folks on TikTok gonna have a lot to talk about.
Vanessa saying, call him, guys. Call him and apologize, girl.
Apologize. Or call her and apologize. Do what you gotta do. Don't
Go
let
to
that
her
person
front
get away.
door. Pull up on her.
Yeah. Pull up on him.
Right.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Vanessa, for your time. Much appreciated. We're so excited for everybody to see the final play, and we can't wait to share this with everybody on the Pop Culture Playbook. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
And Simone, anything you want to say before we hop out?
Pray for us in New Orleans, y'all. Pray for us. It's about to be hot. The forecast got it raining, and girl, we're gonna be working and zooming and booming all the city. So pray for us.
Prayers indeed. And I believe the final play is out. It'll be out by the time this episode airs. So after you listen to the interview, you get some more insights. Make sure that you check it out on streaming. And thank you guys so much for listening. And we will talk to you all next week. Bye.
Bye.